I agree with you. You said that, he has this gentle persona, right? He really has that look. But this guy, I tell you, he's a no-nonsense guy, no?
Is it?
He's a no-nonsense guy.
Jesse.
Okay, guys. What 3 words, right, will you guys use to describe a leader?
Okay, I think for me, right, simply 3 words will be foresighted, responsible, and firm.
So must be able to plan long term and then stick with the planning.
But like foresighted means like whatever you do, right, even though it seems like you like have certain sacrifice that you have to make, okay, for a man or people that are around you, right, at the end of the day, it is going to benefit the entire organization.
A small price to pay for salvation.
I think for me, when I think of leader, right, I have one person in mind, which is Lee Kuan Yew. So when I see him, right, then I have words that derive from there lah. So the first one would be sincere. You must have the interest for your people lah, that kind of thing. So that is sincerity. That's the first thing lah. Second is, I feel you must be quick-witted. So you must be able to know how to turn around quick. You must know how to be flexible in a sense lah, but quick-witted is the word. So it's like when you out there to present yourself especially, right, you must be able to pull off. Yeah. The last one, right, which I think is the most important, which is impactful. You must impact whatever you do. Wherever you go, you must be the one that impacts. So I think impactful is the one that is the most powerful.
Really impacts you.
Yeah, really impacts you. Yeah, that's the word.
Because nobody, no group of men have got the will, have got the capacity to do more for this country.
Yeah, I agree with all of your characterization and attributes that you've given. If I may, I want to look at it slightly differently because it's an area of interest for me. You are not a leader unless you're a leader of people. For you to be a leader, by definition, you must lead people. And if, let's say, these people don't exist, then your role as a leader isn't really there. So instead of looking at the attributes from the POV of the person, I'm going to look at it from the people's point of view. So if I were to look at 3 things from the people's point of view, the first thing will be this: you must be respected. Okay, so the people must respect you. And respect is a very broad term. It comes in all sorts of ways. Sometimes even when people do 2 things that are contradictory by nature. So what I mean by that is this: if let's say now you have somebody who's very competent, okay, I'm in digital marketing, right? Let's say my boss comes to the company and he's very knowledgeable. He knows everything about digital marketing. Will I have respect for him? Perhaps, right? But let's say he has no knowledge also. He comes and he tells me, hey, it looks like you know what you're doing. I'll let you handle this. Let's look at how we can use your expertise in this to get this vision done and stuff. So he establishes that he has no knowledge in this. Do I have respect for him? Yes also. Because it's not really about the attribute, it's about how you handle things. So first thing is the respect. Second thing is he must give you the confidence in him and the confidence in yourself. Because this is one thing I feel a lot of good leaders have. If you're confident that this person is the guy for the job and standing alongside him, I feel confident, probably the guy's a good leader. And the last one is you want to follow him. So I recall there was one time after KP commissioned from OCS, he was sent to the unit, right? And he was asking me, what are some things I can do to be a good leader? Because he wants to be a good leader for his men. He needs to take charge of these people. How can he be a good leader? And he was thinking of ways like, I'm going to improve my physical fitness, I'm going to be very knowledgeable, I'm going to know all the things and stuff, so that they will see I'm a competent leader. And that is good. But I told him one thing: don't be too stressed about all the others, focus on one thing. Be a person they will follow to in walk. Because if you can establish yourself as this person, you are a good leader.
Wow. Such a short question. Bombarded with so many heavy knowledge. The reason why I ask you guys this question, right, is because one of the biggest leadership role, right, one can take, right, is to run an entire nation. And it will soon happen for Singapore. Yeah. The ministers have come together and identified this one person, and this one person is Lawrence Wong. So what happened was, right, Lee Hsien Loong tasked one of the former cabinet member, Khaw Boon Wan, to interview all the ministers, asking them, who do you think should be the next 4G leader of Singapore? And all of them, right, come together with a unanimous decision, right, that say that Lawrence Wong, right, should be the next in line.
That's the funny thing, because they stated that the response was overwhelmingly in his favor, right? It is either they have just discovered this guy is really tip-top, or all this while actually there was somebody who was better than the rest. Because all this while they've been saying we are equals and somebody is going to emerge from this group of equals. If there's overwhelming support, right, probably that person everybody already knows this guy is going to be the one in line.
Yeah.
15 of the 19 stakeholders chose Minister Lawrence Wong as their preferred leader. This is an overwhelming majority of 79%, way above the traditional supermajority benchmark of 2/3.
I think one of the reason, right, also why he came to light, right, is because he is the co-chairman of the multi-ministry task force, right? So I think so he handled the COVID-19 situation very well. Yeah. So a lot of people has been saying that because of this, right, he put him in on the light. What do you guys think?
That really is a significant push for him. Because prior to that, right, he wasn't really very well known. He was holding I think Minister for National Development and stuff. After he went on to MOE. But he didn't really have an online presence in a sense. And most people didn't really know what he was doing. There were a few front runners, I feel. There were a few front runners for the PM slot. Of course, Sriket was top guy. Then his deputy is Chan Chun Sing. And I thought maybe there's a chance he would be taking over. But people didn't really like him so much also. Then Ong Ye Kung was one of them. Chuan Jin was one of them. But Chuan Jin went to Parliament, Speaker of the House, so cannot really. We were chatting with a friend and she said that she wanted Chan Chun Sing to be next PM. And she also predicted there's a chance he will be. Right, because he holds certain key appointments and stuff. And to be honest, this guy, he seems like there's a very good chance he'll be PM. But I shared that I thought Lawrence will be PM. And there are a few reasons for this. Firstly, the portfolio that he holds covers quite a number of things. So he has done MCCY, he has done National Development, Minister for Education. Right now he's covering finance. And to be honest, in all the potential candidates, he's the only one with the finance portfolio, which is a key portfolio for, So like Chun Sing for Ong Ye Kung, Chuan Jin, all right, they haven't held the Minister of Finance position. So I thought maybe they are pushing this guy.
And on top of that, the task force that you were saying, it's one of the greatest challenge during these few years for Singapore. He's the head of it, right?
Yeah, so that solidified his public impression, the impression that people have of him. And that is an important thing.
Yeah. I previously mentioned that there's a overwhelming response, right, in favor of Lawrence Wong. CNN, right, actually conduct an interview in Limbang GRC asking the people, what do you think of the MP and what do you think of Lawrence Wong? And these are a few sentiments, right, that they share. They share that this guy, right, is very gentle, very kind, look very sincere, friendly and approachable. They say he did a good job they praise him that he did a good job being the COVID-19 task force, and he seems like a person, right, that can connect with the people. Yeah, as like just now you previously mentioned, right, the people, right, need to have respect for him, right. I feel that based on the people in Limbang GRC, right, they have a very good impression of Lawrence Wong.
I agree with you. You said that, he has this gentle persona, right? He really has that look. But this guy, I tell you, he's a no-nonsense guy,
Is it?
He's a no-nonsense guy. So on the outside, he has that appearance, but he's a very firm guy also. He's firm and he doesn't take bullshit.
Really?
His online presence is different.
Yeah, I see the TikTok.
Trolling one.
Very different. TikTok is for different purposes.
How you like that? You gon' like that?
For example, some James, or I can't remember, one of the opposition members in MP, right, questioned some of the stats that he pulled up. And he retorted saying, you can either take my word for it, my team and the entire Ministry of Finance has analysed this data and I'm just putting forward the data. You can take my word for it, or you can look at the data yourself and come to a conclusion. But there's no reason to doubt this. So he's firm and I'm not going to take this bullshit.
I watched something today, then he said because this is a rather new post, for him, right? So he said that whatever he do, right, he will do his best, just like what his parents have taught him. So whatever he do, he will do his best, whatever position he holds. Yeah.
And I think for the 4G guys, right, they come together really as a team. So even though he's front running everything, they are all collectively making the decisions.
We can overcome all of these challenges only as a strong and united team with a single-minded focus to serve Singapore and Singaporeans.
Okay guys, I got one last question for you guys. If you guys, right, suddenly out of the blue become the next leader of Singapore,
Wow.
what will you guys do, or what you guys change, or what are the policies that you guys will implement?
National service for females.
Wow, good idea! Good idea!
No, but serious. I think I'll try to push my policy for females to attend NS, but not the entire 2 years. Just maybe
3 years.
Lim Pei like your idea.
I'll say maybe make them serve 3 to 6 months around there.
And what are they doing?
Whatever
That serves the country.
yeah, so they're more of like for manpower sake. So it's not the front runner for like to go and fight war and whatnot. Potentially, yeah, sure, if they want to sign on and they are interested in army. But the goal is to expose them to army and like support the army in a sense, because army is always short of manpower.
So something like what the aware chief shared that time or what suggested that time?
Yeah, something like that. So
Okay.
to make them serve army, but
So maybe like in healthcare
Okay,
areas or
something like that,
whatsoever.
yeah.
Okay.
like,
Actually, that's a reasonable suggestion.
so for all you females out there saying that why females have to serve supporting role, it's okay. You can go infantry if you like to.